Hello all, no respawns, hope you've had a grand weekend. So if this giant building is throwing itself in front of you, don't give it away, this is my saloon video. Now I don't really know what a saloon looks like. I mean I do, we've all watched westerns and I've recently watched Westworld, very cool by the way, which is why the saloon was in my head. And so I've left this part in because this was me going, right, what does the saloon look like? Cool, I'm just going to copy this kind of a little bit. So I left that in so you could see what had inspired me. Now I'm at Abernathy Farm, and just as a spoiler, this works really, really well. It's quite a vanilla build with a modded twist, kind of, how I've built it, and I really enjoyed it. It was quite, the video is quite short, because obviously it's using kind of not much or any glitching really, other than maybe capping up a few holes, which you'll see, and also doing the supports at the front. But most of it was very much just kind of slightly an old school build, but structurally very interesting. But also structurally quite simple. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. It looks very, very grand. And it really completes, because initially I was just going to have this back area here as kind of just like a big farm. But I was like, no, it needs to be something. And then I vaguely mentioned one of my semi-ideas in the last video. And I was like, right, let's do a saloon. And it works. It works really, really well. I still haven't actually linked it, as you'll see when I do the tour, to Abernathy. So it is kind of like, you see that gap right there between those little railings and the building in front of it? That still needs to be filled full of shit or just hidden away. So it's quite straightforward. It's quite basic. Yes, I can remove those lights, by the way. I do. You just have to do it at a different angle. Anyway, but it's fine. So this works really, really well. I have to keep popping over here to forget what that shit looks like. So I'm like, what's it like again? Oh, right, yeah. I don't know. I was going to do a pub, but then I thought no, because, well, this is America, and plus I just got in the idea of a saloon, and a couple of people liked the idea, so I was like, right, let's do this. And it is quite fun. Plus I had watched Westworld, as I said, which you should totally watch, because it's really, really good. Yeah, proper awesomes. So I have, while we're doing this boring part here, well, not boring, but while I'm doing this part, I have been playing so much survival mode recently. It's kind of rekindled the magic of the game. If you haven't played survival mode, but I've been playing the kind of the vanilla game, I highly suggest you give it a bash, because I just hadn't. I played it a little bit for a stream, which was a terrible idea because I was trying to be interesting, which meant I was rushing way too much. But it is really, really good fun once you get into it, and plus if you haven't played it for such a long time, it kind of brings a lot of the magic back, which is quite cool. It's quite fun to just kind of play Fallout again. Spoiler, I'm just going to do I'm not going to do any settlements in it at all. I'm basically going to do a smaller version of my pre-existing sanctuary, and I'm going to do my home plate, and those are the only settlements I'm going to build up on my survival save, just for the record. So, and it will just look like my home plate in this save, as will my sanctuary, but maybe a little bit smaller. Yeah, because I don't really want to do building. It's kind of quite a slow. I'm going to link up all my settlements, and they will be kind of, supply routed, but they won't actually be built in, because it's just for me to just have a little fun. It is fucking hard though. As you can see, right, it is quite a vanilla look I'm going for, but it works, trust me. It works really, really well, and it doesn't look vanilla as well, yeah? Especially when I get to the more, not complex, but the other bits. Pro tip for survival, the way I've been playing it anyway, is get yourself the pacify perks. So I've got the one for pacifying creatures and the one for pacifying animals, and eventually I'll get the one for pacifying people as well. Just level 1. You don't need to intimidate. You don't need to get them to do stuff. Just the level 1 pacify, and it makes your life so much easier, and it's just good fun as well. I actually wouldn't recommend getting the higher levels of that perk, in fact, because it can mess up and make you basically because you can get them so they follow you around. The problem, like the creature you pacify, the problem is they can just never leave you alone. It's also the same reason why I don't do it for the Total Hack magazines. If you get there's one in the cemetery. Not the one in the cemetery, it's the one in the robotics shop, I can't remember the name, that allows you to basically take control of, or kind of have a VIP escort for one of the robots, like Protectrons. Problem is it can backfire, and that Protectron will follow you everywhere. Same thing if you hack robots, you can make it so they'll just randomly turn up. I had it with one of the iBots for ages, so just a pro tip if you just don't want to have to, put something down. So as you can see, it's looking pretty, structurally it's looking quite cool. You'll like how I do the railings, I think, mainly because I've got to have obviously the supports at the front, and I was kind of a little bit confused for a while exactly what to do, and I eventually land on a pretty straightforward idea. You can actually see me thinking here right now. What do I do with my life? Here we go. Or do I do it in a minute? Oh no, I'm doing the top floor. So firstly, obviously, we need the opening area here because it's a way to, well, open. Really, and it needs to look down. So what eventually, because this is quite a small, so what it is going to be downstairs is going to be the saloon, and the upstairs is rooms to rent. Now I've been taking, because obviously Abernathy Farm is quite a shoddy looking settlement. I still tried to make it look quite shoddy. It's not too fancy. Still decoration to be done, I think, and I'll probably do a little bit more when I do the kind of the decoration phase, as I always do in my settlements before I do a nice big tour of Abernathy Farm, but it is quite detailed, so don't you worry, it looks pretty cool. I quite like my little bedroom idea, actually, it's pretty random. I've got a ghoul barmaid. I really need to get over my love affair with ghouls. So things that I want, right, in, just randomly, on the next Fallout game, which will be a good few years, for a while. But hopefully not before I'm like mid-30s. So but within the next few years, hopefully, we'll get some form of game. Anyway, but my hope is we can finally play a ghoul. I want to play a ghoul. I love ghouls so much. It could work, god damn it. Just change the dialogue options. It'd be great. And give me a raspy ghouly voice. Or if you decide to take out the actual voiced protagonist, I don't really give a shit, but I just want to play a ghoul. Yeah, I love ghouls. The ghouls are cool. Who wouldn't want to be a ghoul? I'd be a ghoul right now. Yeah, I'd be a bit scabby looking, but lived forever. Live future tense, David, not lived. You're not already dead yet, mate. So this is me getting very confused of the things, but don't worry, I'll figure it out in a sec. I just wanted to show you all the options that I tried before you say, oh, let's do this. So basically I opt for these, and they're a little bit of a nightmare to get in, but as you'll see when I do, so put them down here. So basically, if you try and pick them up, they always snap into the ground. These are they're from the USO mod, so you have to kind of go and remember where I put them. I think they're somewhere in wood. Use the scaffolding frame to pick them up, because if you use the pillar, it's not big enough to grab them up. So what ends up happening is they end up going red. They won't snap in, and as you can see, and then I can just move them in. You'll look at where the top's touching, so you want the top to be under the roof. They're a little bit angled more than I would like, but they do look really, really well, really good, and they do transform the entrance to exactly the style that I'm looking for. It works, it just works, yeah. I like this. I like this. I've been having so much fun playing survival today. It's been grand. It's been grand. I've really missed playing it. To give you an idea, I'm going to play it in the exact same way I always play it, which is do quest for everyone to a bit and then side with the railroad, just because I just can't say no to a bunch of underground, slightly ill-equipped misfits. I just can't do it, people. Minutemen, they're alright, I guess. I mean, I'll do stuff for them, but, you know, I won't actually do the end story. And Brotherhood of Steel, bit of a bunch of dicks, really. Which is the way they should be, just the record. Those of you who played Fallout 1 and 2, they are knobheads, but still, yeah, I don't like playing knobhead. I like playing, you know, a freedom fighter type person. But yeah, Railroad are cool. That's what I'm doing right now. Having fun. Having great fun, in fact. It's pretty grand. See, this is looking cool. So I had actually done a little bit of recording of the decoration, just like where I put the furniture, but unfortunately sometimes this happens, just record, it's really annoying, but my capture card didn't actually capture the footage properly, or it doesn't let me put it in my recording software. I can put it through Handbrake and do all that, but it ends up having to render that entire section of footage, and I don't have the time to do that, so sorry. It was just me putting some tables in. It's fine. I do the tour at the end. You can see everything. It looks grand. Looks alright. Looks pretty cool, I think. Right, so we go. I just decided to mix up my shack walls a little bit because the railings looked a bit fuggos. Fuggos, really? Really? Fuggos? Really? Is this some kind of, you know, CBBC? Fuggo, stupid. They look shit, yeah? So you got that big gap. Just reckon you will see a few gaps in between the walls, because you may notice that I use these interior walls that Andrew has added in the USO mod, which just kind of can just be placed interior, you know, as and when. I don't mind the gaps, just this one gap was a bit too big. Because the thing is, with Abernathy Farm, it's got gaps and holes and everything. It's kind of a ramshackle settlement, so you can get away with it. But if it does bother you, you can just do what I've just done right now, which is use this wall and then realise that there's actually a bigger one you could do, which I'm going to do a second. Wait for it. I'll go back and be like, oh, wait. Why didn't I just use the big one? Because I'm a bit of a dick. And I am. Yeah, I am. So there we go. Looking good. Oh, well, we're just popping this in here. I've now got a quite good camera and loads of equipment, by the way. So I will start doing on-camera stuff, including vlogs, but also other style videos. So they'll be coming soon. I got them from work. Turns out my boss had loads of recording equipment that we use at conferences, and they said, oh, because you'll be doing all the recording at the conferences, you can just take these home and practice with them. Thank you. So I'm in a good mood right now. Right, so here it is. As I left it, I decided to just call it Saloon, just because every saloon I'd seen says Saloon on it. I might actually give it an actual name at some point, but I'm not too sure what. There's quite a bit of decoration, but I haven't gone overboard because I still might add more stuff. That generator, by the way, is temporary. But look at the way it blends in. It suits it. Going for that kind of slightly vanilla look suits Abernathy Farm. It looks right ramshackle, but also quite kind of welcoming, I quite think. I had quite a lot of fun decorating loads of booze everywhere and making those little bespoke tables. Those tables are those ones there next to the hat stand. Those come from Aslam's workshop decorations pack. I can't put anything on them, so they're a bit barren, but they do look cool. Up here is my little rooms. Now, those little cubby holes there were toilets, but they looked crap, so I took them out. A little bit more decoration does need to be done up here, but I just didn't know what to put, and I was kind of running a little bit late. And these little things on the walls, I've just had a load of ripped posters because I just thought it looked cool. So yeah, hope you guys like that and give you a few ideas. As always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. I will have more videos up next week. And until then, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Take care.